Today I'm making over my office. Come on in, welcome to my home. Today I'm finally doing it. I'm making over my office. I bet it takes more than one day. Just letting you know, just off the bat. I mean, you've probably seen this office a million times in my videos, and there's nothing wrong with it, except there's a lot of stuff in here that I do not need, that you don't see. That's why there are actually curtains over some of the bookcases, and some of them are pretty darn empty, and some of the things that are in here date back to when I first started my cooking channel. I was like, I need to buy all these different kind of pattern dishes and that sort of stuff, so that way I can keep them around and have them, and I found out, guess what? Don't do that. If you're starting a cooking channel, go with white dishes or solid color dishes, pattern dishes, color dishes. I found I never use them because it always makes the food look really, really weird. Yeah. But so what I'm going to do is, instead of what I normally do, which is dump everything out and then sort it out, I know how this is broken down already quite extensively. So there are lots of things which I know I don't really need to, I mean, it's really broken down by categories. Now I just have to go through and ruthlessly get rid of things that I don't need. There are a lot of things that I have held on to that I do not need and will not ever use again. Like the electronic keyboard that I've had for probably 20 some years. I don't play it. I haven't played it in years. So it's going to finally go, I think. We'll see. But yeah, alright, let me get started. Okay, so I've unloaded the first bookcase. Mine was called a book cabinet. And it wasn't that full. And I know what I'm going to keep in this, and I know why it's there and all that stuff. And some of it I didn't even touch because some of it is family Bibles. This is my memory cabinet. This is the cabinet where all those sentimental things that you want to keep go. However, there are some things in there that absolutely shouldn't be there to begin with. I know why they were there, because I didn't have room for them in other places, and other things which I thought would be memories that I'd want to keep, but not really. I don't need them. So what I'm going to do right now is sort through the stuff which is on the table. If I find something that I really, am torn about, I will thank it for its kindness and then get rid of it, because if I'm torn about it, I probably don't really want it. Now what's interesting is some of this stuff isn't mine. Some of this stuff is actually my mom's. So she's going to have to go through some of that, but I'm going to give that to her and make her own pile. But like a lot of this stuff, it just literally has to go. Okay, I'll be the first to tell you that the first bookcase was super easy to go through because, well, there wasn't a whole lot there. I mean, there's not a whole lot in these bookcases until I get further down. When it comes to these cookbooks, this is going to get interesting because I don't know. Because some of the cookbooks I actually use, some of them I do not. I do look at them for inspiration, but most of the cookbooks, I can honestly say, most of these cookbooks, I go online and get all this stuff online. I don't use the actual cookbook itself. And like some of them were like, oh, this was really cool. And then once I got it, I'm like, no, this isn't really cool. Digital scrapbooking. I was really into digital scrapbooking at one time. Not so much anymore. once I went through everything, there are not a whole lot of books I'm going to keep. So, yeah. They can go back to where they were. I might actually put them behind the curtain too, because these are things I do not reference that often, but they're things I do need to have or want to have. So, yeah, I think they're going to go behind the curtain also. So, I was sitting there procrastinating, which I'm becoming really good at. And suddenly it dawned on me that maybe I could actually start filming on this side too, and have 2 spots to film for. Now the only problem is there is a lot of this side of my face is very, very dark. However, I do have a light that I could move around, so that's not a big issue. I would need to get lights back here to light that up, but I have them. So I think we're going to set that up that way, because this stuff needs to go just down below, which isn't a big deal because I do have the extra space. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Then I'd actually have 2 spots to actually film. How weird is that? That'd be cool. I'm sort of happy with that. We are on day 2 of cleaning out my office. Did we need to do a day 2? Probably not, but this is real life. Life got in the way yesterday of me actually getting the office cleaned out, so it just didn't happen. Now I am on to cleaning out the cabinet, and what I'm finding out actually is there's very little stuff in this room. It's just spread out in weird places, or there's things that I don't need to keep, like videotapes that or CDs that I'm never going to watch. I just am not going to watch them. So a lot of this stuff is definitely going. And then when we get into the whole decorating part, but I'm jumping ahead. Alright, so let's go through the rest of the stuff. I'm just cleaning out the stuff underneath where everything is, because the display area, I just gave that away. It's the display area. That really doesn't change. But everything else does. Okay, so my office is now finished for the time being. While it is not done by any stretch of the imagination, it is done enough for me to actually use it. And that's what I really wanted to show you, is the fact that all I did was take stuff away. I mean, there was just so much stuff in here that I did not need. I wasn't using, I was never going to use, so all I did was just take that away. And it was really pretty simple. I'm actually surprised how simple it was. What wasn't simple was taking out the doors from behind the computer. That wasn't simple. That wasn't simple at all. In fact, that was stupid to even put them there, but that's a whole nother issue. It's just a makeshift desk because at the time I kept thinking, we're never going to stay in these condos, so I'll just quickly throw together a desk and, 8 or 10 or so years later, we're still here, and I still have the same thrown together desk. So yes, eventually I will get a real desk for there, but this really works. Why did I take the doors out from behind there? It's simply so that I could then do the light. As you can tell, I have not embraced minimalism at all. However, I have gotten rid of the things that I just didn't use, there were just things here that just didn't make any sense. Now, unlike other shows where they have the whole, we had all of these boxes and we went out and purchased, I didn't do that yet. I wanted to figure out what I actually had. So like I said, this is not finished. This isn't finished by a long shot, but it is done enough that I can actually use it. And the cool part about this is I now have another space to film. So right now this is my second spot to film. It is not even mildly done. Like, not even mildly done. The shelves are still dark, they're disarrayed, but this does give me, this will be, as you can see, we're going for more of a white, subtle, subdued, minimalistic kind of look versus the other one, which is the more homey kind of look. But that did give me lots of space, and I mean, just having the extra space is wonderful. You can do this in your space by just getting rid of the stuff that you really aren't going to use. I love Reba McEntire. I really do. I never watched any of those of her old shows ever again. Breakfast Club, love that movie. Haven't watched the DVD. So yeah. There are lots of DVDs that I had that I'm never going to watch. I have subscription services, so if I feel the need to watch it, I can watch it on the subscription service. Maybe someday I will have wished that I had kept them, but realistically they were just taking up space. They were things that I didn't need. Now, if you were to see my garage, which I'm not going to show you, you would know that I'm not a minimalist by any shape or form. And also, I will switch this out by season. I am telling you this right now because I'm not one of these people who can live with the whole, it all looks all plain and boring. But I wanted to show you that yes, doing my office was not hard. It was not hard at all. Took way more time than I thought it would, and there's still a lot of wires that need to be straightened up, like my cable management needs to really be worked on. But this will work for now, and that's why I did this, because I do not honestly think that the average person will get done in a weekend, in a day, whatever. You know, their whole system for, look, the house is all finished. No, it takes way longer than a day to do this. So you will see this evolve. We will come back to this. And we'll also see if I can really keep this clean. Well, let's see what you think about that. Let me know down in the comments, because I want to hear from you. I want to see what you did to your office space, because my office space has to work for many, many things. It's a laundry room, it's a craft room, it's my office, it's my editing studio. So yeah, and it's my filming studio. So yeah, it's one of those things. But I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if this is your first time here, remember to subscribe. Hit that like button for hit that subscribe button for notifications. Hit the bell for notifications. It's been a long day. And also check out these videos right here that I picked out just for you.